Hey, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Ian, the tech agent. Hey, welcome back.
So, let me just continue my train of thought there.
Okay.
I think, and I'm not saying that I have a problem with this in role-playing games in general, or grinding games like this in general. It's just that we've seen so many of these from Pokemon. It would be nice to like mix it up a little bit. Like, there's no way you should know what level the enemy is. You know what I mean? So get rid of the levels entirely. Make some of it, make it about, say, the abilities of that Pokemon, the move sets that you pick, and I don't know, maybe what would be cool is like in Paper Mario, you gotta like hit an action button as you do the attack, like time it out. That might make things a little bit more interesting. I'm not saying it's necessary. I'm just saying Pokemon needs something fresh for me personally, and I know a lot of people would like die on a hill arguing with me that is the hill that they would choose to die on,
Right.
And that's totally fine. Like, I'm totally down with you having that opinion. I'm just saying it's time for Pokemon. I feel like it would be refreshing if Pokemon got a new mechanic that changed the base of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of liked the GameCube, like Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness, because it was a little bit, it was kind of refreshing starting in a game where, I gotta use some shit, in a game where there's like different things happening. Like, it's not the same thing like every other game. There's like different things happening, and like, I don't know, it was just kind of nice to see a little bit of a mix up from the normal shit that you have to go through in, you know, every Pokemon game.
Yeah.
For me growing up though, I really enjoyed playing, you know, getting multiple versions of the game, because then I could, one, trade between games without having to have another friend, because I just would have like my SP and my shitty Game Boy Advance.
Were you one of those kids that like, one of the lasting appeals for me, sorry, I should just let you finish your thought.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, because I could then trade between my own games, like I was saying, I didn't have to have another friend there, but I also got to experience the adventure without having to get rid of all of my old Pokemon. Like, if I wanted to start a new game in one of my versions, which I didn't do often, but I usually had one game in each generation that I felt comfortable starting a new game in. And so if I wanted to do that, I could trade all my Pokemon from my last playthrough over to like my main game from that generation, and then just start over again. And have, you know, a unique experience. So I've had, because I've played through like this game so many times, I try to use different Pokemon. So like this time around, I've only used a Magneton, I think, once, and I used that in the remix of this game. I've never used a Gloom for most of the game. I've never used a Heracross in any of my games. I mean, I have Typhlosion because he's my boy, but like, I've only used a Golem in like Sapphire version. I've never even bothered really getting a Golem in other games. So like, even in a Let's Play series, I'm trying to mix up the team for myself, so that way I don't get bored of my Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I can't get bored of Typhlosion. You can't make me bored of Typhlosion. Every single time Typhlosion comes out to fight, I'm like, yes, this is the moment. This is the time. I'm gonna win.
Hey, sorry guys, I got a phone call and it fucked up our whole flow, and we don't even remember what we were talking about now. So
I think I was saying something about how I could re-experience the adventures by like playing different versions and like being able to trade over my Pokemon without having to lose them. But I don't remember if we talked past that. So all I'll say to like finish that note is that like, it's really refreshing to be able to play through the games with different teams, and different teams that challenge you, you know, like play through the game and don't use any legendaries. Like, it's kind of hard to do that because you want to use that main legendary in the game, but when you play through it enough times, it's like, you know, I like my team. I've built my team to be able to handle things, and yes, having a legendary would be great, but like, I'm good without it. I usually use a legendary my first time through a game. What the fuck? What's the point of?
Can I be honest with you for a second?
Yeah.
I like can't stand using the legendaries because it feels like cheating when I like play the game. I'm not saying this is just like my opinion. I don't necessarily think that it is cheating, but like I feel I'll catch it. I want to catch it, but I don't always want to use it. You know what I mean? Because it feels like with every battle when you have the legendary, you're just like, I'm just sweeping everybody. And it's just like, that kind of removes some of the fun for me when I'm playing it. But that doesn't mean that legendaries aren't cool as shit and you shouldn't use them. That's just like my weird brain.
Well, yes,
like,
that's why I use
it
the first time through the game.
Yeah.
And sometimes the second one, depending, like if it's a flying type, I'll usually use it so I can use fly.
That makes sense.
Pokemon that's useful. But like generally, if it's not a flying type, I'll usually just kind of leave it alone the second time through and challenge myself with another Pokemon. But
no, I should clarify that I have no problem with legendaries that are like 600 or below, like Zapdos, Moltres. Love the shit. Would use the shit out of those guys, but like I'd feel cheap if I just used Mewtwo in every battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially now with Mega Evolutions.
Yeah,
like
Mewtwo is just way too powerful.
Yeah, but yeah, I usually use it first time through, and then I'll catch them in the other ones just to have another legendary under the belt. But yeah, I like to use different teams of Pokemon. Like I did that in my Gen 3 playthroughs. I was like, okay, this time around I'm gonna challenge myself, and I'm gonna use like Cacnea. You're not gonna know any of these probably, but like I was like, I'm gonna use like a Camerupt on my team, and like a Cacturn, and like I'm gonna do a Machamp this time, like just like different things compared to normal, just to kind of throw a challenge in there. And that made it actually really difficult because when I was going against the legendary in that game, it was pissing me off because I couldn't, my team couldn't handle getting hit that many times.
Just like play the whole game with a level 100, like level up Shuckle to 100. And
yeah, that would be ridiculous. It'd be the longest playthrough of all time.
So here is what would make the games offer me like appeal, like keep me invested, and that's if I actually started doing the like catch every single Pokemon thing. I've never caught every single Pokemon in the game.
Well, it's because it's bullshit. So
well, yeah, because you have to go. You don't get all of them in one game. You have to multiple games. Well, like, I haven't even caught all the Pokemon that were available in one game.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a draw for me if I didn't have to trade for shit. The other, well, no, that's it. Based on what the mechanics are right now. I'm not interested in breeding, and honestly, the insane, just they're bullshit. The bullshit odds of you getting a perfect anything is just
like a perfect IVs.
Perfect IVs, yeah, through breeding. Perfect IV. To get a perfect IV and a perfect nature. Bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Yeah. The odds of successfully doing that.
Yeah.
And this is why
have to hold it.
Oh shit.
See what I did there?
Yeah. It's Topmhat.
Topmhat, are you going to take the Pokemon League challenge?
I don't remember the voice I gave him.
Don't make me laugh. You're so much weaker than I am.
We've literally annihilated you multiple times.
I'm not like I was before. I now have the best and strongest Pokemon with me. I'm invincible.
Is this Trump?
It's like
the Trump voice.
It's more of a Cartman Batman mix.
Okay,
But
all right. Just it's the way he's talking. That's bestest and better. I'm like, that sounds like Trump.
Yeah, I can't do the. Anyways,
I'm not trying to be political or anything, but he talks kind of funny.
Yeah. All right, Topmhat. So this is why I put Typhlosion at the
front. My god, that Pokemon is like that. The final evolution of that Pokemon is
broken
fucking
as shit.
hardcore. Yeah.
It's redonk, dude. When it was released in Gen 4, it was a nightmare. So fucking fast. Like, oh my god, that thing.
And it's typing, man.
Yeah, typing was pretty good. I mean, it had a lot of weaknesses, but
Oh, of course.
it was still like,
But with its speed,
yeah,
like, it was hard to. It was just. It'd take everything out before you had a chance to do anything to it.
yeah, it was such bullshit. So this is, I don't know if you've seen For Alligator before, but this is the final evolution of Totodile, the water starter in this game.
I've seen it, but not in this game, and the sprite looks way more badass than it actually
isn't it
does.
badass?
Yeah.
It's so awesome. They made it look kind of goofy in the next couple of generations. But it's, oh god, it's such a badass in this game. It looks so menacing. Like, you can see the teeth. It looks like a monster.
Yeah, if you said you can see the teeth.
The teeth. No, you can see the teeth. It's like, it actually looks like a crocodile or alligator.
Scales too, like.
Yeah, it's so awesome. They just kind of made it all blue and boring in the next couple of generations, and I was like,
they just keep the sprites.
because they wanted to make it all like,
Then upgrade the sprites, but make them look the same way.
I think it was more of like a, going
and
towards
maybe
like
animate them a little bit.
Yeah, well, they did do animations. You know what was really lazy? I'll tell you. So in the remakes of the Gen 1 games, they didn't give Pokemon like
like Fire Red and okay.
And they didn't give Pokemon their own, oh god, like unique animations. Every single Pokemon sprite just jumped up and down. They just took the sprite and moved it up and down. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You remade Gen 1 just to do this?
That's dumb.
Like, come on.
To finish off my point from earlier about the breeding,
Yeah.
this is why I have no problem with people generating hacked Pokemon. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think that it's okay for them to use it in a competitive nature.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is like, if you are going to use Gen Pokemon, do it kind of just for fun.
Yeah,
because like
that's
when
exactly my point. Yeah,
when you're going against people and like you're using that bullshit, like
in tournaments and shit.
Oh yeah, well you shouldn't even be anywhere near a tournament if you're using broken ass generated Pokemon.
Here's the thing though, honestly, I kind of wouldn't be that upset with you if you were just playing online battles with other people.
That's a little bit different
because
it doesn't matter.
Literally, like half of the people you fight are gonna have Gen Pokemon anyway. Yeah. So.
And like, again, those don't matter. Like, there's no ranking system or anything.
No, there's no ranking system.
It's just for fun,
There's not even an option for a ranking system.
Yeah, so like, it really it couldn't matter less. But like, when you're at a tournament and you see people with like bullshit Pokemon,
perfect IVs, perfect nature,
like,
and a shiny,
which some people do. Like, some people are lucky enough when they're farming Pokemon that they really want to get that perfect IV in nature and stuff.
The problem is that modern gen Pokemon are so like flawless in their generation that it's this. If you do it right, the system won't even be able to detect that it was generated.
Yeah, because
it has everything where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it kind of tough. This fucking Golbat, it's stupid confuser. It won't. Thank you. Oh my god, I felt like I was confused for an eternity. It was absolutely bullshit. Okay.
Crobat and like that whole line is the most annoying Pokemon set.
To go against.
Like, I love playing with them. Like, Crobat is a great
Crobat's
Pokemon.
Fun, but it's not.
But
it's not great.
I have been scarred by the caves in Gen 1.
Yeah, dude.
Which have like, there's no cave in Gen 1 that doesn't have Zubats in it.
Does Rock Tunnel have Zubats?
I always thought it was dumb that like. Oh. I think you might be right about that. I think it's just that's the one that's mostly like Diglets and shit like that, right?
Diglett Cave doesn't have Zubats, but Rock Tunnel is the one when you have to go from like the top of Cerulean City to get to Lavender Town. Because I don't remember if it had Zubats. It probably did, but I remember it having a lot of Machops and Geodudes. But that's really all I remembered. Welcome to Ian doesn't turn down the timer again, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's hard because I need to be able to hear the notifications for my daughter if my daughter wakes up. So,
yeah. Well, you guys will just have to fucking deal with it.
You'll
then.
just have to deal with it. Let's see here. So, nope, Zubat is in Rock Tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get Cubone, Geodude, Machop, Zubat, and Machoke.
Got it.
In Heart Gold and Soul. Wait. I thought. Wait, is Rock Tunnel? Yeah, I guess it would be in Heart Gold and Soul Silver too, because you can go to Kanto, right? Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ian, guess where we are?
What? Where?
The Indigo Plateau, ultimate goal for trainers. Pokemon League HQ. We're fucking here, dude. Since we figured out Zubat's in Rock Tunnel, next time on Pokemon Crystal, we're gonna fight the fucking Pokemon League, dude. We're at the Pokemon League. We're finally fucking here.
Are you serious?
10 sessions later.
What are we gonna do after this? We're gonna have to start. We're gonna keep playing it after we beat the Pokemon League?
Of course.
What else are we gonna do?
Another half a game to play.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, there's tons more to play in this game, Ian. You have no idea.
It's like modern Mario games,
dude.
Where
It's
you
like
just keep going and going
dude,
and going.
There's so much more to do.
Oh, I'm so happy. Mm-hmm. I was like gonna be upset that the series was ending.
We got plenty
more. But I was gonna be like, yeah, but like now we can play.
Well, don't spoil what the next series is gonna be.
He's gonna bleep it out. So,
all right, next time on Pokemon Crystal, fucking Pokemon League time. Let's go.